Hey, today I want to show you a really cool app named Fits Blaster. The main requirement is that you have a Mac. If you have a Mac, stay with me. If you do not have a Mac, see you again at the next video. So what is Fits Blaster? In principle, it's a better fusion of Blink and Subframe Selector from PixInsight. And you will like this tool no matter if you already use Blink and Subframe Selector, one or the other, or if you actually come from Serial, say the Astro Suite. But if you actually like to select your subs before stacking, and if you like to do that in an easy and fast way, then this is the way to go. So FitzBlaster is coded by a guy named Tom Van Peer. I had the honor over the last weeks actually to work with him here, to be his tester and to give him feedback. And we worked until today actually on it. And I'm really excited what he accomplished with this app. It's free, so you can go to his homepage, astrophotoapp.com, and I will put in the link in the description below again, and you can download it here for free. But if you like the app, there is actually another button here where you can actually buy him a coffee. And having seen how much time he invested, I think if you like the app, then it's very much appreciated if you donate something. So if you download it here, you get a DMG file as usual. You double click it and you have the app right in your application folder. From there, you can start it and it looks like that. At the moment, not very spectacular. So let's make it spectacular. We go to Open Folder and you choose a folder where you have all your subs in. For example, here I have tons of subs from Orion Nebula M42. So I select the folder where all the FITS files are in there and I say open. Now this takes now a moment. It looks like it freezes, but in the background it starts loading. It's faster than Blink, but still obviously it takes some time. So let's first of all look at the UI, what actually is around and what we can do. So here we have about the same as in PixInsight, Blink, the pictures. So we can click through that and we can also toggle through that with the keyboard and we can look at it. So that's the same as Blink. If you simply want to do an optical check, you can do that and you can look at them. But there's much more on there that you have in Blink. Because first of all, here we have a histogram. Then we have the quality metrics of each picture. So the full width half max, eccentricity, SNR, stars. And based on that, also total score is calculated. Below that comes the whole metadata out of the FITS header. And below here, we can see the data points for all the pictures based on score, full width half max, eccentricity, SNR, and stars. So for example, if I go in stars, I see here which pictures have a lot of stars, which have not so much stars, and so on. That obviously looks chaotic at the moment, but we can sort it now. So I can say sort by score. And now I see I've it sorted from the lowest score, which is the most upper picture. And you see now it gets highlighted here, down to the best score, which would now be at the bottom. So now a very easy use case, what I can do, I can say, well, up to about here, I really don't want these pictures because they have a low score. Means they're overall not really good. So I just go down here and I see here optically where this is. So I could say, well, let's take a little bit more about here. Let's completely reject that. So I select them all with shift click. And now I simply press X on the keyboard and look what happens. They all get rejected. And at the moment where I actually pressed the X button, a directory is opened in my folder, which is called rejected. And they're all moved in there. So, and that's the great part here. It's so much better than in PixInsight. So I have nothing to do anymore. I can now simply go when I'm finished here in my directory M42, and all the rejected ones are already out. I don't have to remember anything. I just select the ones which are still in the folder and stack them. If I feel, well, probably I still don't want to do that, I just press X again, and they're in again. It's moved again out of the rejected folder again in the main folder, nothing to do. Already that is so absolutely cool and much better than in PixInsight. And I mean, that's the story we see over and over and over in the last months and years, that while PixInsight has all the features, kind of, but whenever somebody, starts approaching the same process, the result is substantially better. But we're by far not finished here, because you see that you also have this folder flagged. At the moment, this is still empty. But I can take another approach. For example, I can say, well, from a score point of view, yes, the lowest one here, definitely I do not want. At the moment, let's wait, let's simply flag them. So I click here on flag. And you see if I go now in the flagged folder, they're in here. So I can analyze them. But now I can change, for example, the sorting. And I can say I go to eccentricity. I obviously have to change here the direction. So these are the bad ones who have a high eccentricity. So I can say I'll take the ones too, and I flag them too. And I can go back here and I can really look at them. These are now only the ones which I flagged, so that I'm absolutely sure that I really want to let them go. And then I can still select them and press the X button, and they're gone. So I have a possibility, without rejecting them right away, to put them kind of in a folder where they are flagged. But it gets even better. Take them out here with the keystroke D. I can deflag them all, and now they're all in here again. So now let's take a completely other approach, and that's auto flag, which is even cooler, I think. So what I can do here, I can either relative or absolute set criterias to eliminate some pictures. So let's, for example, try absolute. I can first of all deactivate all of that, so that we start somewhere. For example, we start by elongation. And I can say, for example, at least I want to have an eccentricity of 0.5, or I have even higher standards. And I see down here always how many frames will be selected. So obviously, the narrower I go here, now it's already 191 frames which will be selected or eliminated. So let's stay with the 0.5. I think that's good. 28 frames would be selected. Now I can say I also want a full width half max to be sure and focus. So I select that. And I can also here say, if it's above 4.5, then it's eliminated. Now we are at 66 frames, which will be selected. I can select these frames here, tuck. So now they're automatically selected. And now, for example, I can still go back here to score. Also here, sort it for score. Turn that around again. And now I can still check, are all the lowest scores here already selected or flagged in principle here? That looks actually good. They are. For example, here, these two are not flagged. They have very low scores. So I will also this one and this one here, I select them, then press here flag, and now they're also flagged. And once I'm ready, I have everything I do not like. I go back to flagged, say select all, and then press X for reject. And all these 66 files are now in the reject folder. I can simply close now down the app and stack the other ones. And that's in principle it already. I wouldn't say it's a game changer or anything, but it's a really, really cool app. Also because I hated to open whole pics inside just for this one blink process, and then I anyway stack in app, then I have to close it again. And this is so much more convenient, gives you so much more information than simply the optical part of Blink or just the statistical part of Subframe Selector without being able to gaze at the moment at the pictures and see the context, why they, for example, have the eccentricity or anything like that. Here you have everything combined. It's so much more efficient. And so if you're in a lucky position like me to have a Mac, make use of it and download this app. And as always, if you want to be at the forefront of getting to know all these great software tools which are published at the moment almost daily, then please subscribe to my Patreon channel where you will always be the first to hear about it. Link is in the description below. See you next time and clear skies.